The key to market selection is like gambling. You don't pull to an inside straight. You can win that way, but it's a bad risk. The first thing is to try to stay alive and to try to avoid people that can put you out of business. So what do you have to worry about? Don't go into capital-intensive businesses because the one thing you don't have is money. So if the business requires a lot of capital, don't even think about it. Venture capitalists sometimes tell stories about people who want to come to them to invest $200 million in this new concept, and if it works, it's going to take $1 billion. Clearly, you have to have a pretty good guy to do that with. The point is, you need a business that doesn't take capital. It cannot be a financial play. It has to be different. Secondly, you can't have a short life product cycle. You have to have some time with your products. It always takes longer to get it to market. It's always harder to get it to market. So there has to be some light at the end of the tunnel, and it can't be the train of a new product from a competitor. So you have to have short product life cycles or death. You can't be in a business that gives out easy credit terms. IBM does that sort of thing. They do it in the car business. They do it in the toy business. Anytime you find dating long terms, you can't do it because you need the money. Next thing is large markets. Any large market, you make a twitch of a success, the big guys will be down you like a cheap suit. No, can't do that. Can't go after large markets because if you do, it's too important to somebody else. They'll take it away from you. And finally, and I think very importantly, you don't want to go into a market with smart people. The problem with the software market is you've got all these MIT, Harvard, Stanford, Caltech guys. If you take a look at who's in this business, a huge population of very bright people. Tough business to go in if you're going to go into the business. Now, what to choose? Well, it's a little bit the reverse of this, and there are 4 basic points. First, you want to do the familiar, something you know about. Peter Lynch says this about investing, and the same thing is true in market selection. When you've been in a business, you know a lot about it. You know things intuitively, you know friends in the business, peers. That's a good place to go. You want to go in a niche market. Why is that? Well, hopefully it's too small for anybody big to be interested. And if that niche business is growing, then you've got a chance. And if you think about the great businesses that have been built, they went into computers for personal use early when it was a niche market. They went into software early when it's a niche business. Now it's a big business, but then it was different. You want to go into an unpopular business, one that isn't sexy and one that isn't on the front page. This is true in CD Title's case. One of the ugly things about looking at this business when we went to buy it in 1995 is VCs still liked it. They were trying to invest in it. It was a dangerous business. It was our belief that enough people were getting out of it, it was going out of fashion, that we might do all right. Well, in fact, publishers did, and then we were blessed with the internet. Now the gold miners are going to the internet. They're leaving us alone. We're now unpopular, we're fairly safe, and the people in the business are probably not going to change. So it's unpopular. What Peter Drucker says about it is the shower hook business. Don't look down on those guys. 2 people probably make them. Each guy is 60 or 40% of the business, and they probably make a lot of money. And the final thing is, go into a business that you don't have to sell the concept. In other words, the old saying is pioneers die broke or with arrows in their back. You want to go into a business, when I went into baby strollers, there were 1.4 million sold a year. I didn't have to sell that concept. I only had to sell my 70,000 to break even. There was a set market. Somebody was paid to talk to me. There were juvenile furniture buyers. I didn't have to be a pioneer both in the primary market and then to sell my product afterwards. So that's what's required to get a good market opportunity.